This shocking footage was filmed on September 10, 2025, at the La Concordia Bridge in Iztapalapa, Mexico City. A large gas tanker overturned on the highway and then erupted in a massive explosion under the overpass, sending flames and smoke across the road. Dozens of people were hurt by the blast, many with severe burns, and emergency crews scrambled to pull victims from wreckage and treat the wounded on site. Authorities say the injured are being treated in local hospitals while a formal investigation into the cause and safety compliance is underway. Images from the scene show how quickly a transport accident can become a disaster. Our thoughts are with the victims and first responders. These distressing seconds were captured at a workplace in Indonesia and surfaced online on October 28, 2024. The footage shows a worker being accidentally pinned between a loading truck and a wall, an incident that appears to stem from insufficient visibility or safety precautions during vehicle movement. The short clip reveals the suddenness and danger of industrial environments. While the victim's condition remains unconfirmed, this serves as a stark reminder of how rapidly workplace accidents can escalate. It underscores why strict safety protocols like proper vehicle maneuvering rules, clear sight lines, and ensuring workers clear the area before truck movement are non-negotiable. A tragic incident, urging all industries to examine and strengthen their on-site safety measures. This shocking workplace tragedy happened on December 8th in Kendal Industrial Park, Central Java, Indonesia. Wu Yang, a 29-year-old Chinese worker, was guiding a massive iron plate being lifted by crane. As he signaled where it should go, suddenly the cable holding the 2-ton plate snapped. The plate plummeted, and despite efforts to move, it struck him in an instant. No time to react. Workers were left in shock. Wu Yang died at the site. His colleagues are mourning, and local safety regulators are now investigating the cause. It's a harsh reminder, in high-risk jobs, one equipment failure can cost a life. Safety gear, proper maintenance, and reliable rigging aren't optional, they're essential. On August 22, 2025, a 23-year-old Ukrainian refugee named Irina Zarutska was fatally stabbed aboard Charlotte's Lynx Blue Line light rail. Surveillance footage shows her boarding the train at approximately 10 p.m. and sitting directly in front of the suspect. The attacker, 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown Jr., pulled a pocket knife and stabbed her 3 times, including in the neck, about 4 minutes into the ride. The attack appeared completely random, with no interaction between them beforehand. Brown was arrested at the platform moments later and charged with first-degree murder. The incident sparked outrage. Officials acknowledged major gaps in mental health oversight, court release processes, and public safety on trains. Charlotte's transit agency pledged to add security and ticket checks, while mental health and justice system reforms were widely called for. Zarutska had fled Ukraine's war, arriving in the U.S. This dramatic footage captures events from early morning on. October 11, 2017, in Singleton, New South Wales, a fertilizer truck was allegedly stolen from a gas station in nearby Murrurundi and driven erratically south along the New England Highway. No immediate police chase had begun. It barreled into George Street, crashing into cars and a building next to the Royal Hotel before bursting into flames, turning the scene into what one local described as like a war zone. 8 people were injured, though miraculously no lives were lost. The destruction was staggering, and yet the outcome could have been far worse. Later, in March 2019, the driver, identified as Rodney Johnson, pleaded guilty to multiple offenses. He received a sentence exceeding 12 years in prison, with a non-parole period of 612 years. The judge labeled his driving staggeringly dangerous, and likened the aftermath to a war zone. This gut-wrenching rescue happened on March 6, 2025, In Zhejiang, Sichuan province, a car veered off the road and plunged into the icy Zhejiang River. Alarmed by the crash, a local garage owner, Chen Liben, and his son-in-law, Liu Botao, leapt into action. Chen, a strong swimmer, dove into the freezing river and used a hammer to smash the front window, allowing one man to escape. But as the vehicle sank, he was pulled under again. Chen, exhausted, swam back to shore. Without hesitation, Du grabbed a heavier hammer and a life ring, jumped in, reached the rear of the sinking car, and shattered the back window just in time. The trapped man emerged through the shards, where Du and a passing boatman pulled him aboard and rushed him to safety. That survivor is now in stable condition. Tragically, 2 others in the car did not make it. A powerful reminder, ordinary people can be extraordinary heroes.
有没有工具的的嘛？快些！快点，快点！快点！底下还有人，这次坐副驾驶那个。哎呀呀，那个还多凶那个东西，坐副驾驶那个。
Harrowing footage comes from a factory in Odumpazari, Eskişehir, captured on the evening of August 18, 2025. Inside a facility producing metal and plastic parts, a 33-year-old worker, Kutlay Gümüş, became trapped in machinery while on duty. Firefighters and rescue teams arrived swiftly and, after strenuous efforts, managed to extract him from the equipment. Despite being rushed to Eskişehir City Hospital and placed in intensive care, Gümüş tragically succumbed to his injuries the following day. The newly released video shows the moment of the malfunction, the panic of co-workers rushing to help, and the tense, frantic rescue efforts. A sobering reminder of how quickly a routine workday can turn into a life-or-death emergency. This video captures the horrifying moment when conservative commentator Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Live at Utah Valley University on September 10, 2025. Kirk was on stage during his American comeback tour, speaking to a large crowd when a shot rang out. Audience members ducked in panic. The shot came from what has been reported as the roof of the Losay Center, striking Kirk in the neck. As he collapsed, the crowd fell into chaos. People were yelling, scrambling. Some believed they saw someone fleeing with a weapon and shell casing. First responders rushed in. Video circulated instantly. Charlie Kirk was taken to the hospital but later confirmed dead. Law enforcement labeled it a political assassination. An investigation is underway to identify the shooter. This shocking footage was filmed on September 8, 2025, on the Atlacomulco-Maravatio Highway in the state of Mexico. A double-decker passenger bus from the Herradura de Plata line is moving through traffic toward a level crossing as a freight train bears down on the tracks. Witness video appears to show the bus try to cross in front of the fast-approaching train and then the unimaginable. The train slams into the bus, tearing it apart. First responders rushed in. At least 8 to 10 people were killed. Dozens more were injured and taken to nearby hospitals. Authorities have detained the bus driver and opened an investigation to determine exactly what happened at the crossing. This tragedy underlines one brutal truth. Level crossings without gates or with heavy traffic can become lethal in seconds. If you're near tracks, never gamble on beating the train. This shocking footage is from Minas Gerais, Brazil, on August 26, 2025. A 28-year-old woman is forcibly taken by her estranged husband and held in his car at a gas station. He watches to make sure she can't escape. Suddenly, a police patrol car pulls into the station. The woman sees her chance. She unbuckles her seatbelt, flings open the car door, and bolts, running straight for the officers. The abductor chases her, but the police intervene just in time. He's caught. The woman is safe. No serious injuries reported. She had already suffered threats and assault. Authorities are pressing charges for kidnapping, assault, and unlawful confinement.